FIA EXPO Chicago 2023. John Lothian News sat down with Alex Lamb of Scila. Alex, what has been your theme for the conference?
This idea that both risk and compliance, or surveillance in compliance, are now more and more closely related and seen by people as being extremely closely related and hopefully holistic in the way that they indicate stuff going on that you should be aware of. So for example, if somebody is trading erratically and it pops up as an alert on the surveillance side, it's good to know, are they making money? Are they close to losing money? Are they losing more money than they typically have lost in the past? And has that caused that erratic behavior? And are we aware of it in time before it becomes a problem? So more and more people are looking at the split between those two areas as being unnecessary, and in fact thinking hard about how those domains are going to collaborate with each other. They're going to stay separate, I think, surveillance on one side and risk on the other. But the interaction between these departments, between the procedural approaches to dealing with either or the other, will lead to more discovery of the interaction between them, and hopefully better holistic recognition of problems before they become big problems.
How are customers reacting to Scila's single data set for both risk and compliance?
We're seeing more companies looking at the fact they only have to deal with one set of data ingestion. So the private data, the firm's trading data, coming in to one data lake, if you like. And then the market data is then matched and married to the symbology of the private data. And that's how the transactions are examined. And examining the transactions either from a surveillance or from a risk point of view, still using exactly the same data. So once you have that data, once you have it well organized, once you have it guaranteed in terms of quality and performance, you can monitor this stuff better than you ever have before. So I think firms who have two different vendors looking, and they typically are both looking at the same data set, but each vendor may have a different approach to the master data within their systems, and therefore they have twice as much to maintain when it comes to implementing these two separate systems. As a customer, one of the biggest challenges customers have is this pain of replacing systems. Every time a system comes in, there is a lot of work in preparation to make sure that the symbology and the information is interpreted in exactly the right way, as it has been in either the previous or in another system in the organization. So multiple systems mean multiple maintenance of different symbologies. Whether they're very similar or not, there still are differences, and that can be a headache.
What AI news have you heard at the conference?
Everyone continues to be impressed by the advent of AI, and having become a dabbler in GPT, I can see where the buzz comes from. AI, I think, is still, as far as this industry is concerned, at its infancy. Machine learning, on the other hand, which is, if you like, the parent of AI, is becoming used more and more extensively. The ability to be able to modify systems on the fly as a result of data that you're discovering, I think is becoming more of an expected feature. I don't see applications in our industry being completely autonomous, but I do see that within the scope of certain features, a degree of autonomy will exist as long as there's an audit trail to that autonomy. So that kind of is what I'm hearing from other people, that they like the idea of easier work, which is the carrot of AI, but they fear the difficulty of substantiating that work if it's not well enough documented. And I'm sorry, but here's a black box, trust me. It's not going to fly in my world, and I think most of my clients have the same approach.
For more Expo content, visit johnlothiannews.com.